Welcome to me, Paul Fay in Cyprus at Fast Action Card Sports Desk, and I bring you this edition of Across the Boards. And I know we should have been having a pay date today, but that's been postponed until next week because I wanted to bring you a quick follow-up to Game Pulse from Payoff Pitch. And I've had quite a lot of feedback from my first uh, video on Sunday from in the weekly wind-up, um, which I demonstrated the game engine. And people have been asking me, how do you see this working with HQ? How do you see it working with Pocket Pen Run projects? And from my experience of talking to Dana so far, he's one of that rare breed, like Craig, of developers who wants to sees interaction between games developers, and a lot of people are playing multi-game engines. And the whole purpose of HQ, Baseball Commissioner HQ, is to bring all of those games together. It's game agnostic, and it doesn't matter if a game will not export in HQ format. I've got converters and it will read. So already we've got Action PC games will work in there. Digital Diamond Baseball will export because I use that myself. I use both of those myself, and I'm in the process of making sure that I can get ABPA and Strat working in there. And Dana has already promised that it will Payoff Pitch Game Pulse will export in HQ format, which is fantastic. And if he adds export projects and import projects as well, that'll benefit those of you who use HQ as commissioner. So you'll be able to import your project straight in there. And when it's your time to play one of your games and it's Payoff Pitch, you'll be able to play it using Game Pulse. And today what we're going to do, we're going to be playing a game from my own cooperative, 1975, which was set up originally as just a test for HQ. There was only I only envisaged 20 odd people using it then. And we're at 2,700 downloads this morning, 2,720 odd. But I'm only supplying support at the moment to 163, and that maximum is 200 because there's only me and I want to play games myself, but I will provide personal support to the first 200 who are on my Facebook page. After that, well, in fact, a lot of people who've downloaded it elsewhere only receive video support. They have to watch the videos. So if you know anybody that's interested, get them to join, subscribe to my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, and the Facebook page. And then once we reach 200, that will be it on there. And there are other, there's the horse racing HQ and the multi-sport HQ in the pipeline. But enough chat, let's get through back to Payoff Pitch, and I'm going to show you how it works. It's going to work with HQ, and today we're going to be testing the manual dice rolls. So let's see how that works. And then on the next video, we'll be using the board game companion completely separately. So let's see how this is all going to work. Let me show you first the game I played yesterday from my league. And I played that off air because I wanted to become more fluent. I've played, by the way, 14 games now in the last 4 days. So I'm not proficient, but I'm getting there to know some of the subtleties. Let me just maximize this. This was played, although this Pocket Pen Run, I just scored on Pocket Pen Run Board Game Companion, as a board game assistant rather, and played the game engine in Game Pulse. And as you can see, it was a fantastic way to start. My twins got sadly only their third win of the season, and you could have two bad teams in baseball, but because they're of an equal level, they produced a fantastic game. And Ray Bard, I'm not sure how you ever pronounce that one, and Vic Albury, wow, provided a stunning, let's just scroll down, went 6.2 innings, faced 24 batters, only gave 2 hits, and only 3 hits in total for the Tigers. They are they're a really bad team, really bad team. Well, so are the Twins, really. The Twins are a one-man team, Rod Carew. And as you can see, he walked, stole, and was driven home by Tony Oliva. And that was it. That was all she wrote. That was the first inning, and that run stood up despite a major threat from the Tigers in the 8th and the 9th inning. They had man on first and second with 2 outs, but they couldn't finish the job. And Tom Bergmeyer came in to get the last out, which was a fly out to Steve Braun, and that ended the game. So, okay, let's show you how we scout a game in HQ. You can use a variety of different ways. Let me bring the whole page across with all my tabs. I've got them set up so I can quickly show you. Sorry, I just need to admonish the dog. Lie down there, Jasper. Sorry. Okay. He wants another biscuit. That's why he just sits and watches me play. Okay, so this is Baseball HQ for those of you who are not familiar with it. And this is my Baseball Diamond League. The live version is here, and that's the commissioner version. And if I go to here, you can see, let me just, sorry, that's not the commissioner version. Just bear with me. I'll bring in the commissioner version video. And then I'll close this one. This is the live online version, and you can see it's the commissioner version because the only way to access the commissioner tools or change any of the settings is via a phone number and you receive a code, and obviously you have to be on the approved list of phone numbers to get that code. And that's the live version. And if any of you want to experience the live version, you can press any of the buttons. Feel free to change anything on here. That will not affect the setup at all. That'll just be temporary, but you can't damage it. You can't break it. So I'll close that version, and I'll go to my local version here. And this is how I scout a game. So the first thing to do, we look at the next 6 upcoming games for my team, and we've got the Twins there, which is me, and the next game is, I haven't processed that because I'm going to show you at the end, is this game 84 against the Tigers. And you can see the star ratings. The Tigers are performing minus 8.4 through overall, and the Twins are 2.92. If we look at the overall star ratings down here, you can see they're the worst 2 teams in the league. I was a generous commissioner. I allowed everyone else to go first. For some reason, my other commissioner, David, managed to get the Reds, and they're up here. Imagine they are underperforming. You can see the Twins pitchers way above their batters, but still both pretty poor. Excuse me, and they're both propping up the Sears division. There'll be no postseason coming for them. In this, we get the newspaper, and there's the latest newspaper. Shows you, and you can set it up to be vintage or modern design. It tells you late scores, who's coming up, power rankings, and just a snapshot of who. If we close this and go back to the front page, there's various ways to scout it. So we've had a look there. We can go to the scout button here, and this will tell you, expect the Twins to be aggressive. The plate, the Twins bullpen is locked and loaded to secure a victory. So they're tipping the Twins, and that just gives you a snapshot. And when you're playing your own, it will tell you who's fatigued as well. You can set your own fatigue rules. So that's that. You can look at matchups between these teams. Obviously, there's only been one matchup so far. You can go to matchups, So you can look at Tigers and Twins, and when it's a longer season, you can. There's no matches because I haven't processed just today. But if we were looking at, let's see who else is coming up, who's played. Oh no, we can't look at any matchups. We can look at theoretical compares, so we could compare the two teams. They haven't played each other yet, so Tigers and Twins. So you can generate a report that way, and it will show you basically what the scout button was. But or in a longer season, you can do this. You can bring up a comparison between those teams or any of the teams. This is a virtual league standings. You can look. This league is on points because it's a short season, performance points. You can compare batting, pitching, homers, and all of these columns are sortable. You can see the Tigers have got more hits, but overall, look at the ERA, 645 and 706. Amazing, even with only 12 games played. Very poor. Obviously, they've both played 13 now. The Twins have won 3 with yesterday's. What else? How else can we compare these? Well, we can look at. Let me think. Oh, we can look at the probable SPs. This will tell you who's due up as well in here throughout the season. And also we can go to player reports. So you can click player report. You can click Tigers. That will bring up all of the players' performance this season. So we can sort this so we can see their best performers peers, but he's only appeared in 2. If we click Ben Ogilvy, and we can look at his game log, and we can see how he's performed in each of these games. You can see his best performance was here. He went 3 for 5 with a ribby. You can go and have a look at that game. That was a slugfest. 16-10. They scored 10, but they still managed to lose. And you can see that Ogilvy went 3 for 5 with a ribby. So let's close that. If we look at let's close that. You can see Rod Carew, 13 runs, 12 hits, 2 ribbies, 8 stolen bases. It's basically, there's some higher batting averages, but he's looked the dominant one throughout, really. If you're interested in how players have performed, raw data, you can go to league records. You can see that Jim Rice has got the single highest performance. And you can see that Jim Palmer has got the best pitcher's performance. If you want to look at just your team, let's say I just want to look at mine, you can see there's the Twins and there's all of the raw data sabermetric ratings. It's not very impressive at all, is it? Carew, 94.6. You can see his raw data log. He's the only one with any greens, really. And he's performed 3 for 5, 0 for 3, 2 for 5. Even he has had quite a few offers, but at least he's up there, 94.6. And everybody else, if we look at Eric Soderholm, wow, he's had some major minuses. All the way down to Danny Thompson. So we know he's not going to be a threat today. Look at that. If he gets a hit, the crowd will be having a party. Way back in game, oh, he had one in game 58, sorry. That's his only hit. Wow. Amazing. And pitchers, Twins again. Bert Blyleven carrying the rotation here. Look at his log. Struck out 7, struck out 6, struck out 9. At least you're going to get some innings off him. Vic Albury, as I told you, performed better yesterday, but up to then he'd been pretty poor. 1.15, 2.22, 1 inning. So he managed to pull one out of the bag yesterday. If we look at the Tigers, Lolich, who's on the mound today, has been their best pitcher. And batters, Tigers, Tigers, Jack Pierce. They've performed even worse. They've got Gary Sutherland down here. Wow. Some major minuses there. Okay, so you can go as detailed as you want. Some people use all of those, some people use some. I use it to give myself a live view of the batting performances during it. So I find it quite useful, and it adds a bit of colour. You can tell exactly how each player is performing, and it makes it feel like more like a live game. I just want to bring in Pocket Pen at Run because I'm going to be using the dice rolls on there this morning. I won't score on there today. I do need to because I need to export it later. Oh, I could. Yeah, I won't do that. I'll export it after the broadcast. I'll do it after the broadcast because I can just play my broadcast back and enter them quickly. Does that make sense? So I could score at the same time. I'll probably score on another screen. So I'll do that. Okay. So let's get this underway. I've got the lineup set up in both. You can see for Detroit, we got LaFleur, Rodriguez, Ogilvie, Horton, Freehan, Stanley, Mayer, and the great Sutherland. Batted 258 in real, but he's batting in this. He's batting 111. Wow. He can only dream of being at the Mendoza line. So let's get this underway. I'm going to roll a dice and it's 4. So here we go. 4 and the D10 total is, do we put 74? So we execute the play. So you can't, so it doesn't do the, I see. So you've still got to look that up. So that's not manual dice. You see in ABPA, you can enter the dice and it does the calculation for you in the game. I was expecting that. Let's just cancel out of that and see if there's any other game options. See, I haven't got Board Game Companion clicked, just manual dice. Let's just try that again. Now I can't do anything. Now it's frozen. Okay. Let's go back to auto dice rolling. So obviously switching between the two. Let me just see if I can free this. Game options. Oh, okay. So obviously some bug there when you change your options mid-game. So let's exit this and we'll start again. Play new game. Okay. This is a demonstration. We'll use this as a demonstration of how to set up lineups anyway. Detroit at Minnesota. Use DH. Continue. Generate. Generate. And edit. Let me just get the fielders up. LaFleur. We don't want active. We want all position and all position players. So LaFleur, Aurelio Rodriguez at third base. Ben Ogilvy next. Willie Horton. Bill Freehan. Mickey Stanley. Dan Mayer. Gary Sutherland. Tom Verizon. So it's shortstop, second base, first base. Mickey Stanley is left field. Willie Horton, Bill Freehan is catcher. Willie Horton is DH. Ben Ogilvy is right field. Aurelio Rodriguez, third base, and Ron LaFleur center. So we'll accept that. And knowledge pitching, that's correct. Let's edit this for the Twins. Starting pitchers first. We've got Corbin on the mound. And then we don't want active. We want all position players. Ford, Carew. Let's work from the bottom. Borgman. Thompson is there. Shortstop. Borgman. Bry is DH. Soderholm is 3, 4, 5, 6, third base. Craig Cusick, fifth. At first base, cleanup is Bobby Darwin when playing a lefty. And Bobby Darwin's in right. And Larry Heil in the setup position in the 3 spot. And Heil is left field, second base Rod Carew, and centre field Dan Ford. Borgman, Thompson, Corbin. That's it. Let's accept. So that was relatively painless to set that up. Okay. Now, game options. Okay, I was going to use Board Game Companion here. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to go back to auto dice rolling. Just for today, until I find out what's happening with that. I know Dana is working tirelessly, and I'm sure there's another beta coming up soon, and I think release day is April 7. So it won't impede our enjoyment to date, and it's more practice. So let's resume game, and we'll just use the game engine within Game Pulse. Okay, so here we go. Patient, Ron LaFleur, and that's 6-3. Okay, so 6-3. That was me scoring in pocket pen at run. I'll just have to do that now, obviously, because okay. Right, Corbin to Rodriguez. Here's the pitch, and it's Patient, and that's a ground out to second base. In fact, I'm not going to score in Payoff Pitch in pocket pen and run. I'll do it afterwards. Okay. Here's Ogilvy, batting .364 on the season to date. Here's the pitch. 7, and that's a tough 32, and he struck him out. And that's the middle of the first. Okay. So I can't show you importing into HQ afterwards like I was going to, but because I won't be scoring in pocket pen and run, so it doesn't matter. I'll show you on another broadcast over the coming weeks. Okay, here's Dan Ford, and Ford is batting .304, the lead-off man. Here's the pitch. That's a tough play, 96, and that's a weak fly to right field. Lolich peers in to Rod Carew. Here's the pitch, tough pitch, 74, and that's out. Veritza to Mayer, 6-3. Quickly 2 away for the Twins. Larry Heil, also batting over 33. On the figures, they look pretty impressive, the Twins. They're not. But Lyle gets his second walk of the season. No stolen bases. He's not going to steal here. It's 2 away. Not in this case. They are quite aggressive usually. This is in play, but it's a weak 4-6. A 4-3, sorry. Okay. Willie Horton. 244. He's driven 7 in this season so far. Here's the pitch. And that's a tough pitch. Struck him out. Bill Freon. Patient, and that'll be a walk. That's the third walk of the season for Freon. Brings up Mickey Stanley. He's not been much of a threat this season, batted 2-1-4 before this at bat. 8, that's a tough, and that's a swing and a miss. And there was no threat there either. Okay, 2 away for the Tigers. They failed to score in, I think, a lot of games. I'm just going to have a look at what their box score report for the Tigers, because I can't remember when they last scored. They lost to the Orioles 6-zip, lost to the Orioles 9-zip, lost to the Twins. Wow. Before that, they lost 6-1 and 10-zip. So in the last 45, 47 innings, they've scored 1 run. Wow. That is one example of futility. I feel quite superior because they make the Twins look great. You know what's going to happen now? The Twins are going to get thrashed in this. Anyway, they've got a man aboard here. They've got Freon on board. The Tigers. Okay, here we go. Here's Mayer. Here's the pitch. It's in play. 50, and that's a double. See, I knew that was coming. The kiss of death. The only good thing for the Twins is that Gary Sutherland's coming up, and we've seen how few hits he gets. Here's the pitch. Ballpark. And yet again, it's a no-no. 5-3. You know that he's going to leave them stranded. Tigers failed to score there, even with second and third on. Here's Cusick. He's been a major threat for the Twins. He's batting .389. 66. It's in his wheelhouse. But flied out to deep right field. Ogilvy backs up, looks up, takes it in. Soda home. Ballpark again. Back. Gone! And Soda home strokes that out for his third home run of the season. The Twins fans are in ecstasy. Ecstasy there. Home run. Wow. The Twins have not been used to being in the lead this season. Here's Steve Bry. Takes his warm-up swings. .52. Patient. Ground out to second. Sutherland's equal to it. Glenn Borgman. Batting 1-2-5. It's a tough play, and that's a ground out to Gary Sutherland again. That's the end of the second. Okay. Tom Verizza. Batting under 200. Ballpark. Back. No, single. I was just trying to get the Tigers fans excited there. How many did Verizza? Is he a steal threat? No. the flurries on. We're going to hit and run. They're desperate for any run here, the Tigers. Let's hit and run. 45, Patience, 53, ground out to second. At least he'll get the runner. He avoided the double play there. So man on second, one away for Aurelio Rodriguez. 16, tough. 49, ground out to third. Runner holes. 2 away. Ben Ogilvy batting .364 before this game. 45, he's patient. And it's another ground out. Yet again, they leave men stranded. Okay. Thompson. Now, he's batting .098 before this game. That's a tough, it's a base hit. Base hit. Thompson, what did he steal? Did he have any stolen bases? No. Ford. Gonna go with Ford here. 16, patient. That's a walk. Then on first and second with nobody out here for the Twins. Brings up Rod Carew. Here's the pitch. 34, patient. And that's a double. Drives one in. It's his third ribby of the season, Carew. Larry Heil. 32, tough. 41, struck him out. It's his 7th strikeout of the season. Bobby Darwin. He's not looking good in the cleanup spot this season. He's only had 4 hits in 20 at-bats, batting 200. There's the pitch. 16, patient. Fly out to right field. This time it's a sacrifice. So 3-zip Twins with the dangerous Carew at third. .32, that's tough. 14, base hit. Base hit. Oh, 4-zip. I'm just having a look at their bench. Won't be a second. Tigers pitching. This is how they've done this season. John Hill is their save man. He hasn't had many opportunities. Fernando Arroyo, so he pitched a few. Bob Reynolds, 324. It's a sorry tail on the pen. You've got to basically go as long as possible with your starters, which is what they did then anyway. I mean, nowadays he'd be gone, but we're playing 75 baseball here. Okay, here we go, back to Metropolitan Stadium. Craig Cusick sitting on first with 2 away here. Here's the pitch from Lolich. Tough, 24, and he pops that up to Tom Veritza. And that'll do it. That's the end of the 3rd inning. Okay, I found out by pressing space you can get rid of that in between. Okay, Willie Horton. 42, in play. 59. No use. Ground out to third. One away. Bill Freehan walked last time up. In play, 60. And that's a triple. Reached base twice now today. Bill Freehan drilled into the gap there. And that's his first triple of the season. He's had 2 doubles. Okay, so 1 away. Going to play corners in here. Are these working? Nothing tells me that that's worked. Corners in. Nope. Okay. Infield in. Yeah, it doesn't change. Okay. Let's go with Stanley. It's the same for both teams anyway. So 23. That's in play. 43. Pops it up to first. And the runner will hold. Chance to escape this inning. We've got Dan Mayer, who's only batting 154. Before this, he's now 168. Defense 15. That's an error. No, it's a ground out. Possible error. Wow. They have threatened. You can see that the Tigers' problems are the same as the Twins in most games. They just cannot score in the clutch. Okay, can the Twins win their second 2 consecutive games for the first time this season? If they win this game, they'll have doubled their wins for the whole season. It's only a 20-game season anyway. Here we go. Steve Bry. Wallich stirs in. Here's the pitch. Tough. 79, and that's a fly out to centre field. LaFleur settles under it, and that's an easy play. Wallich to Borgman. Ballpark. 16. Base hit. Base hit. I don't think he'd be long staying in the game now. And that's in play as well. That's another base hit. Yeah, I think we've seen enough. I think Ralph Hook has seen enough. He's going to go to his pen here. Let's have a look. Let's get this to relief pictures filter. Let's see who we've got in the pen here. It's not a great pen. It's not a great pen at all. We'll bring Gene Pence in. Let's change that. I would like something to pop up and tell you when there's been a change. Just to add to the drama a bit. We've got first and second now with 1 away. Here's the pitch from Pence to Ford. That's a tough play. That struck him out. Rod Carew. Can he drive in another one? 62, and that's in play. But it's a fly out to deep right field there. Ogilvy backs up, but he's equal to it. Okay. Corbin doesn't often go this more than 5 innings in a game. Or he didn't in real. His ERA before this game was 7.04. And in fact, this season he's got 3.14, 1.14, and 2.2. So he's going to start needing oxygen soon. Okay. Here's Sutherland. 63, patient. Sutherland gets a walk. That's his 4th walk of the season. No threat to steal. Men on base again here. Fly out to centre field. 1 away. Tough. 12 struck him out. Let's have a look at the box score. That's the Florida's first K. Okay, here we go. Rodriguez, 0 for 2 so far today. 35, tough play. 39, and that's a double. And amazingly, they've scored. Wild celebrations for the Tigers. And as I suspected, Corbin is reaching his limit here. 65, defense, 59. It's a ground out to first, runner. It was the last out anyway. So they scored, the Tigers. Hallelujah. Here's Larry Heil. Pence. Tough play, 44. Base hit. Base hit. Second hit of the game for Heil. And he's going to try and steal here. And he steals second. That's his first steal of the season. Darwin. Patient. Fly out to centre field. And that'll do it. What happened to... There's a run and disappeared. Darwin stole second. There was a fly out to centre field. I can't continue because there's a fly out to centre field and the runner has disappeared. Ah. Oh, hold on. Oh, so he's out. It didn't tell me. So I understand. It's a bit like the steal. So there was none to 2. I understand now. So he was thrown out. 8-5. He was nailed at third on the advance. I get it. I get it. 46. Patient. Struck him out. Okay, brilliant. So Corbin, the heady height to the 6th inning here. And here's the pitch. Patient, 15. Tough shot to Kusic, but he's out. Unassisted. Bill Freon, 1 for 1 with a walk here. Tripled last time up. There's the pitch. Tough. 63, struck him out. That's the 5th K for Corbin. Mickey Stanley, 15 in play, 93. Popped up to Danny Thompson. And that will do it. 3 up and 3 down then. And he's fatigued. Pence. So, I like that, he's sweating. Okay, so let's go to the Tigers pen. Let's see who we're going to bring in here. We'll bring in Reynolds, his control's pretty good. Okay, to Soda Home. Tough play, 78, that's a fly out to centre field. 13, patient, 59, 5-3. Tough, struck him out. Okay, so that's the end of the 6th. We come to the top of the 7th inning. Now there's action in the pen for the Twins, and the usual roll call are up, and that's Johnson, Bergmeyer, and Campbell. Here we go. 44, that's a tough play. 39, and that's hit hard, but straight to Rod Carew. Gary Sutherland, he's walked today, so let's see what he can do here. 62, it's a tough play. He's ground out to first. .52, tough. 41, struck him out. That's 7 Ks. Okay. Bottom of 7, Reynolds to Thompson. Tough, 58. That's a ground out to the shortstop. Arise is equal to that. Freon, that's in his wheelhouse, but that'll be a fly out to deep left field there. Mickey Stanley back it up. Takes it close up against the wall. Here's Rod Carew. 35, it's in his wheelhouse. 49, and that's a base hit. That's the 3rd hit today for Carew. And we know he's going to be stealing anyway. And it's another steal for Carew. And that's his 12th of the season. Can Heil drive him home? That's the question here. 55, patient. And the answer, as so often with Heil, is no. Top of 8, Corbin. 34, that's a tough place. Struck him out. It's the 7th strikeouts for Corbin. 1 for 3, Rodriguez today. 32, that's an in play, and that's a ground out to 3rd base. Ben Ogilvy, 0 for 3 with a K. 41, that's in play. 54, pops it up to Borgman. Borgman's equal to it, and that's the 8th inning over. Okay, so we've got Bobby Darwin. We'll go with him. Reynolds is fatigued, 88. That's a 6-3. Fatigued result. I like that, how that comes up on the cards. We're going to take Reynolds out here, and we're going to bring in Fernando Arroyo. In relief. And Arroyo is, let's have a look what he is. He's 2.45 ERA. He's only gone 3.7. Sorry. I just realised. Funny how you don't realise things straight away. I just realised that my innings aren't recording properly. Okay, here we go. Craig Cusick. .32, patient, ground out to third base. Rodriguez takes that, tosses to Dan Meyer. 34, 43, struck him out. Soda home, and that's the end of the 8th. So we come to the 9th, and unbelievably, Corbin's still in there. Faces Willie Horton. 61, tough play. 26, and that struck him out. Bill Freehan. Let's see what lefties they've got. Tigers. Position players. No, we can't tell. Let me just have a look at who's the Tigers lefty. We've got Pierce. We've got John Knox. What did he do? Knox. 267. We'll bring Knox in. Yep. Okay. Knox's first at bat of the season, actually. 22. It's in his wheelhouse, and that's a base hit. Okay, Mickey Stanley. Here's the pitch. 14. That's a base hit. Sorry, it's in play rather, but F8. Okay, 2 away. Down to the last out now. Let's see if they got any other lefties. Pierce. We've got Molinaro. Let's see what he did. Going to bring Molinaro in for Stanley here. And I think I can't bring him in. So undo last play. Let me just have a look what the play result was. F8, so I don't know how far back it goes. So can't bring Molinaro in. It's not taking him out. It's not undone the last play. So I'm going to have to take Molinaro out because he's not on in the roster, sorry. Molinaro. So we've brought Knox in. We'll bring in Baldwin. Okay. 52, that's a tough play. 81, and that's F8. Let me just have a look at the play results. Fly out to centre field. Okay, so there's 2 outs now. I thought there was 2 outs already. I might have done something wrong there. I'll catch it. I'll catch it on the video. I've brought, yes, oh, I see. It's undone. Now it's brought Molinaro in, even though, yeah, okay. I've messed up there, bringing Molinaro in. Just looking who else is available here for the Tigers. Walk and Fuss. Okay. It's a tough 04 base hit. Okay, and that'll do it for Corbin. So the Twins, the tying run comes to the plate. Going to bring in their save specialist, if you like. He did save, let's see how many he saved during the season. Bergmeyer, 11. He's got 2 in this season before today. We won't go, we'll have to go with Sutherland now. There's not many players. It was a small roster. They've not got much else on the bench. Sutherland just needs to try and get on base here. Here's the pitch. 31, 52. That's a single plus an error. Error by Caruda. So it's 4-2 with the go-ahead run now at the plate. Bergmeyer comes in. 35. That's a tough play. 84. And he struck him out. And that's the game. That is the game. And the Twins take another win. As ever with the Twins, they struggle in the 9th, but managed to hold on against the weaker team, Tigers. Heady days. Let's have a look at the box score. I made a mistake there for the, I'll sort it out on when I enter it on Pocket Pen at Run board game assistance. I made a mistake there when I undid the play. I thought it was just going to undo who I'd brought in, but it didn't. It undid the whole play. Something for Dana to look at. All in all, pretty great. If I could have got those manual dice working, enter, and it would just do the plays for me. That was good because I want to give Board Game Companion a full test with manual dice and also then changing partway through so I can enter from a different game on the table. So we'll see how that develops over the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned. I have registered my interest for the game on Steam, and I advise you to do the same, because it can only continue to improve. Considering it's at beta 2, this is a remarkable achievement, and I think we've got to give great credit, because the more great games we have in the community, the better it is. So from Cyprus, you can leave me now. I'm going to replay that game in Pocket Pen at Run Board Game Assistant. I'll enter it and then import it to HQ. And thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, like, subscribe, and join my Facebook page. As I say, once we get to, we're on 160 odd on that one now. But if you want full support at me help setting up your projects, 200 is the limit on there. Okay, come and join me. Take care. That's it from Cyprus and me and across the boards. Take care. Bye-bye.